Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to Living in the Mom Lane. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and tap on the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. This week's What's for Dinner is mostly crockpot meals. Actually, it's all crockpot meals except for this first one here, and this is a hamburger broccoli Alfredo. And I'm actually using sausage in it as well, and then I use a pound of hamburger meat. And I actually kind of forgot about it in the microwave when I was defrosting it. That's why it's kind of brown on the outside. So you just cook the sausage, brown the hamburger meat all in the same pan. And then you're going to use one onion, dice it up, pour that into the pan and cook that a little bit. And then you know that I love my minced garlic. So I just use about a tablespoon of minced garlic and let that all cook for a little while. And then I also put in a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And again, mix it all up. While that's cooking, you're gonna take 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese and 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. You're gonna melt or heat the cream cheese until it's really soft, and then whisk that up a little bit until it's creamy. And then slowly pour in your heavy whipping cream. This is your Keto Alfredo sauce. It is so good. Once that is all mixed together, you're gonna use 1 cup of Parmesan shredded cheese. Put that into the cream cheese mixture and again, mix it up really good. And then once it's all mixed up, you're just gonna pour it into the pan. Mix it up good, and then you're going to put your cut up broccoli into the pan. You want to spray a casserole dish with some nonstick spray, and once the broccoli is mixed in and everything, then you're going to take the mixture and pour it into your pan. And before I started browning the sausage and the hamburger meat, I preheated the oven to 350. So make sure you do that at the beginning. After the beef mixture is in your casserole dish, then you're going to use mozzarella cheese and sprinkle that over the top. I think I usually use like a cup maybe. It's just your preference really. We like cheese, so we use a lot. So you're going to bake this at 350 for 35 minutes. This next recipe was so easy. It is called crack chicken, and I will leave the link down in my description so that you guys can check that recipe out. I used 4 chicken breasts, and you can tell that it's still frozen. I like to do that if I know that I'm going out to work or whatever and it's going to be cooking for about 6 to 8 hours. I feel like it leaves it kind of juicy instead of drying out the chicken. So you're going to need 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese, a package of ranch salad dressing mix, 1 cup of cheddar cheese, and I think it called for like 8 slices of bacon. I didn't have 8 slices of bacon already made, so I took some bacon grease and put that in as well, just to give it a little more bacon flavor. And that's it. That's all that you have to do to this, and you cook it on low for 6 to 8 hours, and it was so good. It was delicious. And like I said, that link will be down in the description. I paired this meal up with a simple side salad and it was really good, very filling. So I call this next recipe Unstuffed Cabbage Rolls, and it is keto friendly. To make it keto friendly, I use the riced cauliflower instead of actual rice. If you don't want to have it keto, you can use rice. And for the marinara sauce, I use the Rayo's, which is a low carb sauce. And again, you can use whatever marinara sauce you like. So I just take a pound, actually 2 pounds of hamburger meat, brown that with an onion, and I use the 16-ounce jar of the Rayo marinara sauce and cook that a little bit, and then I put in half a teaspoon of oregano and then a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Mix that all up. Let it cook just a little bit, and then of course your black pepper and salt. And I just love the pink Himalayan salt. I use that more in my dishes now than regular salt. I just love the flavor that it gives. And then you're gonna mix that all up, and then you'll pour in the bag of riced cauliflower, or this is where you will put in your regular rice. I also have about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic in the hamburger meat whenever it's cooking with the onion. Next, you're going to pour everything into the crock pot, and then you're going to use 1 carton of beef broth, and you'll pour that right on top of the meat mixture. And then you'll add in your head of cabbage, chopped up in strips or bigger pieces of cabbage. It doesn't have to be small pieces. And if you have a bigger crock pot, I would suggest using that. I should have used my larger one. This crock pot is 5 quarts and it was pretty stuffed once I added in the cabbage. So next time I'll have to remember to bring out the big boy and put it in the big one. You can serve this with mashed potatoes on the side or green beans, whatever you like, but we only just had the soup and it was plenty for us. The next recipe is really simple. It is chicken enchilada soup, and I will leave the link down for this recipe down in the description as well. You need 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, roasted crushed tomatoes, a bell pepper, onion, garlic, bone broth, cumin, chili powder, oregano, smoked paprika, sea salt, and ground pepper. And you just cut up all the veggies, put your chicken thighs down in the crock pot, pour everything else on top, cook it for 6 to 8 hours on low, and dinner is done. I served it with avocado and some shredded cheese on top. So for this next recipe, it is called Smothered Pork Chops. I don't have an end result picture like all the other recipes because it is actually in my crock pot cooking right now. So what you're gonna need is 4 bone-in pork chops, or you can use boneless, 1 packet of onion soup mix, 1 can of chicken broth, 1 can of cream of chicken soup, 1 package of dry pork gravy mix, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then to thicken the sauce, you're gonna need 3 tablespoons of cornstarch and 3 tablespoons of cold water, which I am out of cornstarch, so I am going to use the xanthan gum, which will thicken up the sauce a little bit. So I will leave the link for this recipe down in the description as well, and it smells really good cooking right now, y'all. It's making me very hungry. So I hope you guys liked this edition of Crockpot Meals, and I hope you're enjoying all the other meals and videos that I'm making. So if you will, click on that subscribe button. Don't forget to tap on the bell. I post this What's for Dinner every Sunday, so be on the lookout for it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.